This is your boy DJ Tony P, and when I'm in Jamaica, I tune in to Kingston Up JA on your YouTube channel.
Hey, it's your girl Megan Skies, and I'm representing for Kingston Hot JA TV. Like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, man. I want the Jamaican people to know, say, Jamaican were not gifted to be footballers. We were not gifted to be no footballers. Yes, there are few Jamaicans who are blessed with footballing skill. I know me attack man like Alan Skill Cole, Lindy Della Penna, Baby Gardner, Onandelo, and you know the great Black Pearl, you know? Yeah man, Blacker Boy. And then of lately we have people like Ryan Sterling and Leon Bailey, but not always gifted to be footballers. And so our expectation was so high when it come on to World Cup. Our expectation is always high, and we feel say Jamaica must go to the next World Cup. Jamaica must go to the next World Cup because we were not gifted to be footballers. I mean, when it come on to team sports, we are not gifted at being good at team sport. We are gifted to be like individual person when it comes on to sport. Individualists, we are gifted individually. Yeah, but we are not gifted to work as a team. But we are going to try and solve it. But we cannot solve this situation in just the snap of a finger. We have to learn to plan. We have to plan. So we have to try and develop a system of how we develop our footballing ethics and our football talent in Jamaica. You know, like how we harness our young athlete from the age of, sometimes we start harness our young athlete from the age of 3-year-old. Yeah man, and that's why we always produce the next Usain Bolt and the next Donald Quarry and the next Raymond Stewart and the next Shelley and Fraser and the next Merlin Hattie and the next Lane Thompson, and the list go on, because we harness our athlete from a tender age of 3-year-old, whereby we have young kids doing their things at the basic school level straight up to the high school level. So we have to try deal with the football that we are there, but we only can deal with it if there is no elephant in the room. We have to get rid of the elephant in the room. I know, sir, everything we do, Jamaica try to include politics. That is our problem. Politics. And when it comes on to the football, here is what the politics is. The Jamaica Football Federation which is the JFF, the Jamaican Football Federation, which is the JFF. That is one elephant that is sitting in that room. And the second big fat elephant is the acronym ISA. ISSA. ISA. Now, who's ISA? Someone would ask if they don't understand. ISA is a bunch of principal of secondary and high school. They come together to form a most powerful entity in the sporting arena in Jamaica. Yeah man, ISA is the next powerful entity. Even powerful. ISA is more even powerful than even the JFF. ISA is more powerful than the Jamaica Football Federation. And ISA is just a bunch of principal of high school. But ISA has learned to coil itself around some powerful organization like Grace Kennedy. Yes, ISA has able to coil itself around powerful entity like Grace Kennedy, both here and abroad. So the ISA brand is so powerful that the corporate entity is ready to sponsor almost every ISA program in school. Yeah man, the ISA brand is so powerful that the ISA headquarters is more larger than the JFF, the Jamaica Football Federation. But if it is football, ISA is not supposed to be powerful or more powerful than the JFF, the Jamaica Football Federation, supposed to be the mother or the father of all entity when it comes on to football in our nation. So the JFF have to learn to put their rules on the table. No matter if there's a giant in the room, the JFF must be brave to put their rules in place. Yeah, the JFF must learn to control ISA. And I repeat it again, the JFF, the Jamaica Football Federation, must learn to control ISA. Now what I'm speaking about. If our football is supposed to grow in this country, the JFF, the Jamaica Football Federation, must know that they are to put certain things in places to start harness the talent of young budding footballers from the grassroots level. And when I mean grassroots, I mean that from the age of at least 6-year-old, you know, so you must can identify a kid say him love football from the age of 6. Yeah, man, a man can see say him have a little boy or a little girl where is fascinated by, you know, by that round thing when name football or soccer. And at that time there, that youngster would be trying to emulate stars that they are seeing on television, star like Ronaldo and star like, you know, Pele and star like Maradona, and the now star of the day like Raheem Sterling and Leon Bailey. Them start to identify themselves as the next Leon Bailey and the next Raheem Sterling of this nation, or the next Bibi Gardner. Yeah, man, them a tell them father say them want to be the next Raheem Sterling out of Jamaica, or the next Bibi Gardner, or the next Bailey, Leon Bailey, or the next, from a standpoint of the female, the next Khadija Bonisha. Yes, the young female, the young girls want to be the next Khadija Bonisha. So what I'm suggesting, the JFF must learn to control ISA when it comes on to the football in the school. What I'm suggesting, or my suggestion is that say, at the age of 6, JFF, the Jamaica Football Federation, should disperse expert at the grassroots level to go across the basic and primary school to assist in the development of football in basic school and primary school, and at a higher level the all-age school. Send expert who can explain to the coaches, the PE coaches, to instigate a style of playing football to these kids from a young level. Yeah, man. Train coaches and PE instructors and give them a blueprint that them can train these kids from an early age. And I'm speaking about the primary and basic level, and that level is from about 6-year-old to about 12-year-old at the primary and the basic school level. Now when these kids learn at the primary and basic school level and they acquire passes to the high school, when they are now leaving high school and now entering the high school level, when they leave basic and primary school, from basic to primary, and now reaches at the high school at the tender age of about 12-year-old, they are ready now. They are now ready, trained to play Manning Cup. You hear what I say? At age 12 to 14-year-old, a I want to listen me clearly. The JFF must learn, the Jamaica Football Federation must learn to put their foot down and tell Issa that Manning Cup don't supposed to play at a level where 16-year-old is playing Manning Cup. 16-year-old not supposed to play Manning Cup. So Manning Cup should be playing from the tender age of 12-year-old to about 15, the highest. That should be the Manning Cup. Not until JFF can instigate and put Issa in a room and make Issa know, say, if our football is to move forward, Manning Cup should not, and I use the word, Manning Cup should not played by any school kids at the age of 16 going forward. So when a youth start the development in the high school at the age of 12-year-old to 14-year-old, them supposed to start playing Manning Cup. So at age 12 to 14, kids should be playing Manning Cup. And what I am suggesting, when these kids are in basic school, both the boys and the girl should be playing together. You hear what I say? The boys and the girl should be playing side by side, not separately. The boys and the girl should be playing together at the Manning Cup level, which is age 12 to 14. If it is a co-ed school or a all girls or a all boys school, we should not have a separate competition for girls and boys. The Manning Cup should include both girls and boys, because we are talking about development of our football from the grassroots level for boys and girls. So at 12 to 14, Manning Cup should be a competition for boys and girls, because our country is not a big country like the USA and you know, them footballing nation. So we are trying to develop the boys and the girl at the same time. So mark you, may I try for telling us, from the basic and the primary level and at the high school level now, from age 12 to 14, Manning Cup should be played with both boys and girls. Yes, that is about development we are talking about. We are not talking about all-out competition to win. We are talking about development. Now, at the age of 16 years old now, this is where it is getting more fundamental. At age 15, the professional attitude should kick in now at age 15, whereby a youngster still in high school, this youngster still in high school, the girls can decide if they want to learn football going forward, and the boys should learn if they want to develop footballing skill to the professional level from the age of 15-year-old to the grand age in school. I'm talking about in school. I'm not talking about leaving out of school. I am speaking about in school. So at the age of 15, this is where the professional kicked in right now. So at age 15-year-old, a club, listen me careful, a club where the school can identify a club who have the necessary program. Listen me, the school must identify a club. I don't expect them to take a club just in that community or in that parish, but the school must identify a club with a professional system whereby any kid who put their mind to football, yes, from this kid tell themselves a football I want to learn as a skill, because sometimes these kids don't have the brain like other kids to learn the mathematics and the chemistry and the physics and the other subjects in school at a higher level, but they should learn stuff like mathematics and English and history and certain things at the basic level. So after identifying a club that is professional, you can bring that professionalism to the school, and then these kids would come into the school and get their program going, the club, come into the school, get the program going in the school. Them can take these kids to their respectful club and start the professional. And this is where the JFF have to get involved now. So these kids would start a professional level learning at football at the age of 15-year-old now. So at age 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19, they are in school learning at a professional level football. So they learn the whole ethics about presentation and footballing skill right in school at a professional level, aided by JFF. ISA is not included now. You push ISA one side now because ISA only responsible for Manning Cup at the age of 12 to 14. So after this kid reach 15-year-old, ISA now have nothing to do with the kid. ISA now have nothing to do with this kid. This kid belong to the JFF, the Jamaica Football Federation, and the school. Yes, the kid only belong to to Jamaica Football Federation and the school. We put Issa one side now. So at 15-year-old, this kid start learn the system of footballing in the country and a professional behavioral pattern when it come on to football. This kid learn about signing football contract and learn about touring. Yeah. So each school have them athlete were affiliated with club run by the JFF. The JFF after stop be like a little baby to Issa. The JFF have to learn say them a control the football in school. You can't have Issa control footballers. Issa is not mandated to make footballers be professional. The Jamaica Football Federation should be the person who is responsible for development of youth footballers in school. And then now the JFF can negotiate with companies to instigate a football competition which we know say can run for at least a 6-month basis with school playing football for at least 6 months. For at least 6 months in proper facilities. Yeah. When a person I think about to come watch them favorite schoolboy football player, them I think to go in a proper setting, a national stadium or a proper club stadium and so, and you can make the competition just like how the Premier League run, the Jamaica Premier League run, but say this is the under 20 league, and the under 20 league is for schoolboys only, whether it be from high school, government run high school, or private high school. It is for schoolboys only, whether it is government or private school. It is for schoolboys only. You have to be going to some institution to be a part of the competition, and you have to affiliated with a club at the professional level. So Issa now have nothing to do with the football from the kid reach 15-year-old. Issa now have nothing to do. The only time when Issa can involve is from 12-year-old to 14-year-old. If they want to keep the brand Manning Cup, and we have to make sure say they mix the football competition with girls and boys. Yes, the JFF have to put on them foot. Yeah, man.